In the last episode, we go for a lumpy dinghy ride. We gear up for a storm that actually meets our expectations. Nature comes to visit. And we share some of the things that keep us grounded on board. Join us and our crew on our adventures as we explore the amazing world around us. Welcome to our boat and home sea venture. We hope your time with us is both entertaining and inspiring. We have just exited Ell Cove. All right, we are putting the fish in the water. It's a little lumpy here. We haven't gotten very far, but we thought we'd show you what we do since we haven't really done a Paravane event. So just disconnect the chain. The poles are already out, which we leave out a lot. Drop the chain in.
This is the scientific part.
Drop it in, and
we're out of here. Other side.
We use a bungee on the chain just to keep it from rattling or hitting the pole. We don't want to sound like a bunch of banging going on. So we have the chain in the water, and we have our retrieval line in the water, and in the fish go. Here's the Kashugi Falls in the distance. There's big waves in the foreground. We need to pull the fish in. So the key is to get the boat stopped so you're not still pulling the fish.
Totally stopped.
Totally stopped,
Not
yes.
totally stopped. You can't do what I'm doing right now.
And he is he is pulling the chain to the boat, and then frankly just lifts up the chain. And I say just, but because it's hard to do. It's 35 pounds, is that right? 38 pounds. And you're lifting it out of the water, and you've got the flat surface, which is what makes it work against you. So I have done it. I managed to bang the boat with every turn, but pretty much that is it.
Throw them in and pull them out.
Yep.
The two strategies.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe 6 foot seas, 5-6 foot seas. I want to wait till the weather's good enough so we can fish.
You just have to be strong enough to do it. So it does take a little bit of physical strength, a reasonable amount.
We are exploring some kind of pulley options and stuff like that.
Maybe a cam cleat.
We get too old to do this by hand like this. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If not, we'd be honored if you'd consider subscribing, clicking the notification bell so you'd hear of our next video, and pushing the like button. Thank you.
Oh my God, there's a bear. Straight out.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh, okay, apparently this is what happens when you suddenly see a bear on the beach. It's way over there, so Rosie's going to get the big camera. We are in Cosmos Bay. We just anchored. This is our fourth anchorage in 10 nautical miles of cruising. How decadent is that? There is a grizzly walking on the beach. We've literally been anchored 15 minutes. Alright. It's way over there, so we're going to get the big camera and the big tripod and see if we can do this from a distance.
Oh my gosh, he's a good sized looking guy.
Pretty cool. 10 minutes into the anchorage, 15 minutes into the anchorage.
Oh my gosh. Oh, don't walk away. I'm waiting for you. Hold on. I'm trying to get ready. It's not cooperating. He's leaving me.
No, he's just walking down the beach.
Okay, how does this little sucker work?
Turn it back. Alright.
You're not filming this, are you?
Yeah.
Jim, jeez Louise.
Come on, we're filming you getting the bear shot.
This is not okay. Okay, bear.
Okay, now we'll cut to the bear shot. You better hurry up, he's walking away.
Good Lord, is that zoomed in all the way?
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, we're playing with the crab ring. It's shallow enough here that we actually can drop it down. So we're going to do that and see how it goes. This is your view, huh? It's not very much. It's Dad's back. Yeah. In the red tender with the weed eater motor, one crab pot at a time. This water is super tanniny.
I think this is from this 2 inches of rain we had day before yesterday and all the freshwater runoff, and then the water is brown.
And yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's a stream right there coming in. I'm sure it's just water from the recent rains.
See the rock?
Oh yeah, rock in the water. We're approaching the creek where we saw the bear earlier today. Oh wow, this is a cool stream.
Look at the meadows way back in there and stuff.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Look at that. My chariot. I know. That is on the beach I walked. And I was excited to see these beautiful peaks. All right, there's Cheoy Falls. We have been here within a few miles of those falls for a very long time, or so it seems. But take a look at this. The sun came out. The storm passed 2 days ago. This is amazing compared to just yesterday. Unbelievable. And I'm so excited. Today's water, gotta love it. And the kittens are back here enjoying the scenery. Blake, you just look very black. And there's Barkley sitting here in the sun. Hi, Munchkin. Oh, hi. You silly goose. And here's our wake. Wow, just nothing like yesterday. Chatham Strait. Water's amazing. We're just getting ready to start some fishing. Up ahead in the entrance to Peril Strait, which is about 5 miles, we were watching some whales breaching out of the water. So they were so huge that they were making these flashes of white that were the splashes. Oh. It's a beautiful day on the water, nice and flat, perfect for fishing. So we have the poles out, we have the fishermen, we have the fisher cat, and we only have one fish.
Only one fish.
One itty bitty fish.
Only in Southeast Alaska can you be fishing for salmon with humpback whales breaching in the background.
Yeah. There he is. He's a perfect size. The clouds of yesterday turned into brisk, chilly, clear day today. It's 44 degrees this morning, about 7 o'clock, and calm and pretty clear skies. But yeah, gorgeous morning, just chilly and cold. Had to get the big coat out. This is a little side cove in Appleton Cove, and it happens to have a mooring ball back there. We stopped the tender. There's a cabin up here, and I think that I've read that it's a USFS cabin, so we're gonna go take a look. Guest book deal with a few supplies, folks.
The last entry is June 10th, 2020.
This is August.
Yeah. There's an entry from December.
Burr.
Holy cow. November, yeah.
Some bunks behind the door. The back porch that leads out to, got it? The necessities. Somewhere out there is Sea Venture. We're off from the cabin. We're gonna go see what's at the head of the bay, if anything. So here we're in the green. You can see we're in 25 feet of water and working our way up this little bay.
Green means at low tide it's out of the water.
And it's like a 4 tide.
And it's like a 4 tide now, so for this to be out of the water, it's got to be minus 15. That doesn't happen, so minus 3 is about as low as it goes. Yeah, the charts are not accurate. It's part of the boating.
I was saying goodbye to Appleton Cove.
Great time here.
It was, and the sun came out. That's exciting.
All right, time for another session of our weekly Q&A. This week, 3 questions. Let's go. Keith had a question regarding our water maker, and his question was, how long can we leave it idle without pickling it? Well, we don't pickle our water maker. And for those of you that don't know, water makers on a boat make fresh water from salt water. They can be a high maintenance item, and the membrane where all that magic occurs and the salt and other contaminants are removed has to stay clean and moist to work right. Well, pickling is a common thing that people do with water makers, where they insert some type of chemicals into the water maker that kind of stabilizes that whole process. On Sea Venture, we have a water maker made by Spectra. It's a 12-volt unit that doesn't require pickling, because every 5 days, it's actually every 120 hours, it takes 3 gallons of fresh water, flushes through the membrane, keeps it good, entirely automatic, and keeps the water maker ready to go. Great question, Keith. Jim asked, what coffee maker is that? Well, that question comes from our brief galley tour in the last video, where I showed a bit of our built-in coffee maker aboard Sea Venture. We like it because it's not on the counter, it's hardwired and plumbed to the boat's water system, and the pot's securely fastened. It's made by a company called Brew Express. And a short story about our coffee maker, we got it a couple years before we did the galley remodel, in anticipation of the galley remodel. And so we had it temporarily installed after we had it for a couple years. That did have developed a problem. and one of the sensors wasn't right about whether the pot was in the thing or not, and it was intermittently working. I called the company. They asked me to box it up and send it to them. I did so, assuming I would hear back about repair cost or whatever the deal was. And it was like literally 4 or 5 days later, a new unit showed up in the mail. No bill, no cost, no nothing. I think we were outside of any warranty time, but it was just our experience. They had some great customer service. It works great. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a coffee maker. You just don't have to put water in it. You can brew 1, 5, or 10 cups of coffee, and the carafe is locked in there is a little extra option specifically for the boating and RV market. So if you want to know more about the coffee maker, I did go ahead and put a link in the description below that can give you more information about the coffee maker. All right, here's another question by Captain Fantastic. Besides Sea Venture, do you know of other long-range trawlers that have comparable specs for length, fuel capacity, and range? Well, there's a lot of boats out there. I've talked about before that I do distinguish the difference between a coastal cruiser and an ocean-going power boat. They're very different beasts, and so I'm just looking at comparable ocean-going power boats. The first one that would come to mind would be a 55 Nordhavn. They are, it's the same length. Their fuel capacity is almost identical, 21 to 2,200 gallons. And according to Nordhavn specs, at 8.5 knots, they have a 3,000 nautical mile range, shorter than Sea Venture's 4,300. But I think you can go anywhere in the world with some good route planning with a 3,000 nautical mile range. And so that would be one comparable boat. Another one would be the Seahorse Diesel Ducks. They're interesting steel trawlers. Most of them have a big sail on them, though I've never seen one with the sail up. And some of them have the larger ocean-capable fuel capacity. Another one that comes to mind is like the Selines. They're much like the Nordhavns. There's probably lots of possible boats out there that are other options, but I think that's the most common ones that I've seen. Cheoy Lee any longer, of course, is a very big shipyard and been in business for 150 years now. Only builds boats that are over 100 feet, I think, looking at what they make now. And you know, a new Cheoy Lee would be great, but they start at about $10 million and up from there. So lots of potential options if you're looking for that ocean-going trawler with 3,000 or more nautical mile range. So great question, thanks. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Q&A. Remember, if you have a question, you can ask in YouTube comments or give us an email at cruisingseaventure@gmail.com. Otherwise, wishing you no wind and flat seas, and see you next week. Bye.